What is the best training split? This is the question that I get asked literally every single day. And I don't blame you for asking, because you hear so many people say stuff like, "Oh no, don't do this split. Oh, you wanna do this split? Well, say goodbye to making gains." But I'm here today to set the record straight, so that you can choose the type of training split that will give you the best results and that you will also enjoy. What is absolutely essential for you to know is that there is no perfect split or one best split. That is just nonsense. It can feel like the best split for you, and that's what we are trying to find, but this will never be the same for all people. Each split has its pros and cons that you need to consider. That's what it all comes down to. You can imagine it like this. Every individual has a certain amount of blocks that they can use to build their routine. These blocks represent all the important parts of your routine, like your exercise selection, distribution of the rest days, and overall volume and frequency. It basically all boils down to if you are hitting each body part from all the necessary angles and that you are training each body part twice per week. These are the things that matter the most. If you have all of these blocks at your disposal, it's up to you what you want to build with them. One person might want to build a square, and the other one wants to build a triangle. Does this mean that one person is wrong? No, of course it doesn't. Everyone can build whatever fits them the best, and the result will always be good, because both of them use the blocks that contain the fundamentals. So let's go over all the popular types of training splits to see their strengths, but also their weaknesses. First split that we will go over is the push-pull leg split. The reason why the push-pull leg split is great is because it allows you to focus on just one type of movement pattern in each workout, so that you are either only pushing, only pulling, or only training legs. This type of assortment will give each body part enough time to recover between workouts. Push-pull legs is also really time efficient, because we are focusing on just a relatively small group of exercises in each workout. Where the push-pull leg split shines the most is in a 6 days per week schedule, because you can fit 2 cycles of push-pull legs into 1 week, together with 1 rest day, either in the middle or at the end of the week, which makes it a brilliant choice if you want to train 6 times per week. Push-pull legs will also work in a setup with less than 6 days per week, but it requires some additional customization, like I have done in my training plans, which you can get at bodybuildingsimplified.com. Incredible, I know. But now we need to take a look at the cons of the push-pull leg split, because each training split has its cons. While I was saying that push-pull legs is great for 6 workouts per week schedule, it's also the reason why you might end up struggling with it. Because if you are someone who is not ready to take up this many workouts, you might end up just burning out and plateauing. So it's very much a double-edged sword. Now let's talk about the full body split. Hands down, the biggest pro of the full body split is the amount of flexibility that you get, because you are always training your whole body, so it's super easy to move your workout days around without having to worry about any overlap issues. The full body split is also the best training split if you want to train just twice per week, because as I mentioned at the start, one of the fundamentals is that you should train each body part twice per week. And because you are training your whole body, you can get away with going to the gym literally just 2 times per week, which is appealing to a lot of people who are short on time but still want to get their workout done. The only problem with this is that those workouts will take a long time to complete, which makes sense when you realize that you are packing the whole week into just a couple of workouts. But if you do full body, for example 5 times per week, the workouts will not be as long as if you did only 2 or 3 workouts per week. What also might be off-putting to some people is the lack of specificity, because you can't really focus on a certain body part, because you are just doing everything at once every time. But every problem has its solution. What I do in my training plans, for example, is play around with the order of the exercises, meaning that some days might be starting with chest and the other one with shoulders, and so on. Because as you might already suspect, when you are fresh at the start of the workout, you will be able to perform way better and also focus on the muscle that you are working way more than if you did it last in the workout, which combats the problem with lack of specificity in the full body training split at least a little bit. And finally, let's take a look at the upper-lower training split. The upper-lower training split shines in its simplicity. You just read the name of the split and you already know what's about to go down. It's a great fit if you are looking to work out 4 times per week, as you can easily do 2 upper body sessions and 2 lower body sessions per week, thus hitting every single body part 2 times per week. But the biggest issue with the upper-lower training split is that the upper days can take a long time in contrast to the lower body days. And that's because there is way more body parts on the upper half of your body than on the lower half, so it creates this time imbalance. But when you think about it more, the shortness of the lower days kind of makes up for how long the upper days are. So when it's all said and done, it will not be that big of an issue. Next, we have the Arnold Split. The biggest pro of the Arnold Split, in my opinion, is that you don't have to train your chest and shoulders on the same day, which will increase your performance for each one of those body parts in their respective days. The con of this split is that it's almost a must to go to the gym 6 times per week, otherwise you will not be able to hit each body part twice per week, which makes it dysfunctional. This could be rectified by just cutting one of the leg days and making it into a 5-day split, or just cutting both of the leg days altogether and making it into a 4-day split, but then you gotta live with that chicken aesthetic, and you probably don't want that. And lastly, we have the classic bro split, which was a very popular split in the past, but over time we realized that we can do much better. As you can probably guess, when using the bro split you are hitting each body part just once per week, which is the biggest issue of the bro split. However, what is great about the bro split is how much you can focus on a single body part in each workout. Imagine coming to the gym just to smash your biceps. That sounds amazing, right? And it kind of is. Too bad the whole split isn't. You could modify the bro split to make it into a usable split, but when you start doing that, it's basically not a bro split anymore. So I'm sorry to say, but this is the only training split that I would just not recommend. And that's it. I hope this helps you decide what type of training split you want to do. Just keep in mind that no matter which training split you choose, as long as you take the fundamentals into account, the results will come. Maybe except the bro split. So go with the training split that fits your schedule the best, that fits your style of training, and most importantly, the one that you will enjoy the most and that you will be able to stick to.